everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel and our very first travel vlog. We are travelling to Disneyland Paris tomorrow morning. It is the 6th of August today. We're travelling tomorrow the 7th of August, and it is a little bit of a last minute trip that we booked about 5 or 6 weeks ago for our little girl's second birthday. So we're going to take you with us. I'm going to introduce us because this is our first video, so no one will know who we are. So hi, my name's Anita.
And I'm Daniel.
And our little girl is Evie May. We call her Evie. And she turns 2 tomorrow. So yeah, this is a little bit of a birthday present for her. But it just so happens that whilst we're there, we'll be celebrating our 15th wedding anniversary as well. But we're getting up extraordinarily early in the morning. We might as well say we're travelling tonight because we're getting up that early. But we've decided to drive this time, haven't we?
Yeah, last time we went, we've done the train, and this time we thought we'd give driving a try.
We contemplated the plane, didn't we?
Yes.
But it was so expensive because Evie will be 2, well, at the point of it going there, but on return, it means we'd have had to have paid for a seat on the plane for her. And then obviously by the time you add luggage on to what should be cheap airlines nowadays, it's not cheap, is it?
No, and plus when you kind of look at the drive time and stuff, it probably works out almost quicker because by the time you get to airports, you get there beforehand. Obviously, if you're an eater, you get there a million hours beforehand.
Not quite. I'm an over planner, an over preparer and a panicker. So it means I normally get to the airport like 3 hours before we need to be there, plus an hour's buffer. So yeah, by the time you do all of that, actually driving works out probably
pretty
quicker
well.
Door to door. So
we'll be setting off around 3 o'clock. It's about an hour and a half to Folkestone.
And then what is it, like a 35-minute Le Shuttle crossing into Calais? And
then, yeah, once we're there, it's about 3 hours to Disney.
We're actually going to stop though, aren't we? We're going to anticipate a stop about halfway once we're in France because we've never done this long a journey in the car with Evie before. She's good in the car ordinarily, but I mean, yeah, it's going to be a long journey for her. So we are planning on getting her out of the car when we're on the shuttle for a little bit of a leg stretch, and then it's likely we're going to stop halfway. But to be honest, we'll just kind of wing it as we go, really, and we'll see how it goes. I think we'll be fine. They recommend turning up to the terminal about an hour before departure, so we're working on that basis. At 3 o'clock in the morning, there's going to be no traffic, so we don't have to worry about that. So yeah, we think it should be a straightforward, easy hour and a half. So set off at 3, that means we'll get there around about 4:30, and our crossing is 5:25 or 5:35, I think, in the morning. So hopefully everything will be on time. But yeah, we'll probably now switch straight into our travel day vlog, but we just wanted to come on and say hi, introduce ourselves, welcome you to our channel, and please come along with us and see how we get on. And we'll see you in the morning.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Morning. It is, what time is it?
2:30.
Yeah, it's 2:30 in the morning. We are pretty much ready.
Yeah.
We're just literally going to put the last of the bags into the car. I'm going to get Evie out of bed, somehow transition her very smoothly whilst changing her nappy into the car, and hope that she falls back asleep. I think that's wishful thinking at this point, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, we're about to set off. Our aim was to set off at 2:45 this morning. It's about an hour and a half to get down to Folkestone. But yeah, let's take you with us. See you in a bit.
Bye.
Oh, Evie, look at your hair. You've still got bed head. So we're just in the terminal. Dan is over there at Starbucks. Going to grab us a coffee, I think. And we're going to take a seat. There's some nice seating. And there's a few bits here actually. There's a food court. Well, I'll show you. Hang on. Food court, bar and cafe, Starbucks. Yeah, there is duty free here, but you have to register beforehand, and actually it's shut. So I don't know what time it opens. We didn't look into it. We didn't think we were going to buy anything anyway, so we haven't registered, so we're not going to buy anything. We're going to sit here, aren't we? We've got about 15-20 minutes until we check. Actually, we've checked in. We've got about 15-20 minutes until we actually board the train. So Dan's just getting a Starbucks. Evie's going to have some juice. She was amazing on the journey. We did wake her up. She stayed awake. I was hoping she'd go back to sleep, but she stayed awake. That might mean that she sleeps once we get over to the other side of France. So we might do it in one go. We'll see. Are you excited? Yeah. Yeah, we're going. Come on.
I want it.
You're running.
That's what she said.
She's still walking. He's responsible for children.
Okay, that was really easy. That was a nice easy drive down. It was about an hour and 20 minutes in the end. No traffic. There was a little bit of like an average speed limit that slowed us down a little bit. Got to the terminals, had a little wander around there, got Evie dressed because we'd put her straight into the car with her pyjamas on. So we've got her dressed. Dan's got a coffee. Is that going down well?
Yeah.
Starbucks. And then we had, a 10-minute wait or something like that. We come through passport control. Really, really simple, well signposted. So we've now come through and we're now sat in a queue. Everyone's got their engines turned off and there are toilets to the side. So I think we're basically just sat here now until we board. But there are like toilets over there. Dan's going to get out and have a vape. But that was nice and simple, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good drive. It was easy. And yeah, we'll probably certainly do this again.
Well, let's see what France looks like on the other side first. We'll see what it looks like on the other side first before we decide that. But yeah, really straightforward. Evie's doing okay in the back there, aren't you? Hello. We did go through a security lane. So they just leant in through the driver's door, did a little swipe on the steering wheel and on the sticks and stuff, like a drug test.
Asked about firearms.
Yeah, asked if we had any firearms to declare or knives or anything. Obviously we didn't. So yeah, nice and easy so far. And we're on.
Easy, straightforward.
Yeah, we're on the upper deck, which you were excited about because we haven't done that before. You literally drive onto a train. I mean, I really can't explain it any better than that. It's a humongous train. It's two levels. And as you saw, we just drove straight on. We've just been kind of positioned. Tell you what though, it's a little bit claustrophobic because what have we got, like 1, 2, 3, there's basically 4 cars in a section and they close doors between each section, so it feels, I mean, it's no different to being on an actual train, I guess, but it does feel claustrophobic, like it's tight, very little space. There's some walking space down the side. So there's a little bit of room, we can get out. It is recommended that you don't stand between cars or move between cars or get things out of your boot. I think because there might be a bit of movement, a bit of a rocking motion when the train's actually moving. So we'll respect that. We don't need anything. We kind of took that into consideration when we packed the car. So anything that we need is within kind of arm's reach anyway, I think, hopefully. So yeah, what time is it?
5:10.
5:10. It's due to depart at 5:18. So we've got about oh my god, it's too early. 18 minutes?
Yeah.
No, 8 minutes.
10 minutes. 9 minutes.
I can't work that out. About 10 minutes until we set off. And then it's a 35-minute crossing. So 45 minutes we've got in here. Evie wants cuddles, so I'm going to get her out. We've got some croissants. Sorry, insult to the French when we're on the way to France, but Morrison's supermarket, croissants. And some drinks, so we'll have that. We'll get Evie out of her car seat so that she's not sat in that for too long, and then yeah, I'm assuming they'll tell us when we're like 5 minutes away and we can get back in the car. And yeah, so far so good. I'm impressed. Yeah, so simple and so much cheaper than flying. And I've not had that like travel day nerves. Have you? I haven't had like the travel belly. I felt absolutely fine. It's been so easy, such a smooth journey. I've actually been excited to travel rather than getting myself worked up. It's been actually really nice and relaxing. So yeah, so far, thumbs up for driving to France.
Merci de votre attention.
Yay, we're on our way. We've actually set off a few minutes early. What time is it?
16 minutes past.
Oh, so we've set off about 15-16 minutes past, so about 2 or 3 minutes early. Yay, we're moving. It's very weird. We're in the car's not moving and yet we're wobbling. It's such a strange feeling. Can you see out of the window? Can you see out of this window, look? Has it gone dark? I think that means we're in the tunnel. Does that mean we've gone into the tunnel? Hiya! We're now in France. We're on our way, properly on our way. So this is going to be the longest stretch of the journey. It was estimated to be about 3 hours and 10 minutes. We've got just over 2.5 hours to go. Evie has fallen back asleep, so we're just going to keep going for as long as we can. If the both of us don't need to stop and she's still asleep, we're just going to go and see how far we can get. I've seen loads of blogs, loads of vlogs, and apparently there's plenty of service stations pretty much the whole route. So I don't think we need to like plan or worry about stopping literally halfway. We can just kind of wing it and see how we get on. But you've been okay driving on the right side of the road, which is the wrong side of the road for us, haven't you? How are you finding it?
Yeah, not too bad actually. To be fair, I mean it's not like there's barely any cars on the road.
Yeah, that's true. We must still be early enough that we're not hitting any particular traffic.
And it could be because it's the toll road as well.
Oh yeah, we've just come through a toll, so you get a ticket. I thought you had to pay when you went through the barrier, but you don't. You basically pull up and get a ticket. Feel free to translate, but I have used an app to work out what it says, and it says, loosely speaking, valid for 24 hours and pay on exit. So we're on a toll road, so there must be a gate, an actual barrier at the other end of this toll road, obviously, and we'll pay when we come out. I don't know how much it's going to be, but it is what it is. So we do have cash, we do have like euro notes on us, but I don't want to get into the trap of there's no change, so we're just going to see if we can pay by card. Like certain barriers will let you pay by card when you get there, I think, is what I've read. But yeah, everything has been smooth sailing, so I thought I'd just come on and tell you a little bit about what our plans are when we get there. I don't want to give too much away, but when we get there, we're going to drive straight up to our hotel. So we are staying at a Disneyland hotel. Previously, when we first went as a couple, we stayed at Newport Bay. And then last year we took Evie for the first time, and at that point she was 16 months old, and that was for Dan's 40th birthday. That was in November, and we stayed at the Art of Marvel, the New York hotel, which is basically opposite the Newport Bay, and both of them are at either end of the lake, just outside of Disney Village before you get to the park entrance. So I think the New York hotel is the closest hotel other than the Disneyland hotel itself. Newport Bay is the second furthest away, and this time we are staying in the Sequoia Lodge. So the Sequoia is the third hotel that sits around the lake, so it's the last of the lake hotels. There's a couple of reasons why we booked it. First of all, we booked this holiday fairly late. It was unplanned, and therefore we hadn't saved for it, so we had a budget. It's not the cheapest hotel on site, but it's the cheapest around the lake itself. Second was, I quite like the idea of the theming. It is like a lodge kind of theming. I think it's Thumper and Bambi. Is it? Okay, I thought it was like Bambi and Thumper themed.
It probably is as well, but I think the character, I don't know if the character meet there is Chip and Dale.
Okay. And the third reason was, it's part of my bucket list to stay on every hotel on site, and then I know what they're all about, and then I can work out my favourite. So yeah. The main reason was because it was the closest but cheapest out of the three. And so we are staying at the Sequoia Lodge for 2 nights. So today's Wednesday. We had a very early crossing, as you saw, into France. So we were on ended up departing at just after 5:15 this morning. So it was an early start. It's going to be a long day, but it'll be worth it, because if we can get there in good time, assuming we don't stop, we're due into the parks into the Disneyland at just after 10 o'clock. If we stop, that might push back to 11 o'clock, but that's still a really good amount of time in the park when we get there. I've set up, I did an early check-in on the Disneyland app, and I've set up a text notification when our room is ready, but when we do get there, we're going to have to do a partial check-in anyway, so that we can get our park tickets. So our plan is to go straight to the Disneyland Park, I think.
Yep.
And today and Friday are what I'm going to call like leisure days. We've got somewhat of an itinerary because we've got a couple of meals booked. But other than that, nothing too strict. There's a couple of things we must do on this trip that we really, really want to do on this trip. And then Thursday is our sort of dedicated ride day. We'll go into a little bit more detail about that as we go through the trip to explain why we've dedicated that day. First and foremost, it's the only full day that we've got. Even though we've got 3 park days, it's the only full day. But Thursday and Friday, because we're staying on site, we will have the extra magic hours. The best bit about Disneyland Paris, which I believe is different to Disney World, but tell me if I'm wrong, is we get an extra hour in the morning for magic hours. So the park's open at 9:30 and we are going to get in at 8:30. So effectively rope drop at 8:30 in the morning. I don't think that's too early, and the extra hour is amazing because I think in America, Disney World in particular, I think it's only half an hour. So we'll definitely be making the most of that. But yeah, that's kind of the plan today. We're going to get to the hotel, check in and pick up our park tickets, and then basically head to the park, grab lunch, see the castle, obviously, walk down Main Street, see if we can get on a few rides. The weather's meant to be really nice whilst we're here for the next few days, although we've pretty much brought our whole wardrobe, so we're set for whatever happens. That's the advantage of being in the car as well. It's not great if you're an overpacker like me, because I literally have packed for about a 2-week holiday. But yeah, all good so far. Nice and smooth journey. It's looking like it's an easy drive. If it's like this pretty much the whole way, I think you'll be happy.
Yeah.
We're about an hour away, well, maybe about 50 minutes away, but we couldn't take the risk. We've decided to stop her for a wee, and this little one can stretch her legs. Look at her, so stylish, Evie. So we've just literally looked for the next services sign and just pulled off. Looks like there's a McDonald's and a few bits. Either way, as long as there's a toilet, we'll be fine. It's probably going to add on, I'd say, about half an hour to our journey, but we're making really good time, so we can afford it. So yeah, we'll just do a pit stop and we'll get going again. But the roads have been really good, haven't they? We've come through the other end of the toll. What did we say it was?
37 euros and 50 cents.
Pay by card. Doesn't take American Express, FYI. Nice clear roads, weren't they? Whether it was time of day or it's because it's a toll.
Yeah, it was really easy.
I guess you won't get local traffic on toll roads so much, will you? So,
yeah.
But yeah, this looks alright.
Daddy, Mommy. Mummy's clip.
It's Mummy's clip, yeah.
It's Mummy's clip. Mummy's. That's Mummy's.
We have arrived.
We've made it. We're here. We've made a really good time, haven't we?
Yeah, it's taken, well, got here about 10:30, so about 6.5 hours, and a really easy drive.
Yeah, really, really easy. And then once you get close enough and there's signs everywhere, it's so simple. You just got to remember to go the wrong way around the roundabout. So we've just got here, we're in the Sequoia Lodge. We're packed up, we've brought what we need for the parks. I'm not convinced our room's going to be ready this early. So we're just going to check in, get our park tickets, and then have a walk around to the park. Maybe get something to eat. We've had snacks in the car, but nothing substantial. But we'll show you around. It's really, really cute. It's like a woodland feel. It's called Sequoia Lodge, so imagine woodland lodge feel. That's exactly the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
It's really nice, side park. Yay! Evie has 2 badges.
Wow.
Oh look, is that
So I do it to chip it down. We've arrived.
So we've checked in technically, which means that our park tickets have been activated. We've sorted ourselves out, consolidated the bag so we don't have to carry too much, and we've just come out of the entrance. So that's back looking to the hotel, and we're going to now walk towards the parks.
Evie's already storming ahead in front.
Yeah, and there is the lake.
Oh, she's in the flower bed now.
Uh-oh. Evie, out of the flowers, please. So there's the lake, which we're very familiar with. That's Newport Bay. We stayed there 2017, I think. And then that is the Art of Marvel Hotel New York, which we stayed in November.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
You want to go in the pram?
Looking back at the Sequoia Lodge. So, as I said earlier, that is the third hotel that we will have stayed in that is around the lake. There are only 3 hotels around the lake, which are the 3 I've just pointed out. And over there is, I think it's called Disney Village. So that's where some of the shops, the restaurants, cafe, bars, etc. are. We are here. We actually just got to Disneyland Park, but we arrived just at the end of the parade, so we saw the Frozen and the princesses right at the back, but we're not bothered that we missed it today. We'll catch that another day. But we've obviously now got the crowds walking down the high street, Main Street, sorry. But Evie wants chocolate, so we're going to go get chocolate.
Wow. Mickey shake beignet. We promised Evie some chocolate, so Evie can have some chocolate. She had a little tumble.
It's actually lunchtime, isn't it? So probably do need to think about getting something a little bit more.
Yeah, but all in all, we've done really, really well. We've just said we're in the park and everything at least an hour before we thought we were going to be.
Yeah, I'd done like a worst case scenario arrival.
Only have a bit.
And I thought we were going to be here, into the park for 1 o'clock. When we got to the hotel, we were quite relaxed. You went back to the car, Dan went back to the car. We had a wander around the park. Evie was walking, so it took us a million times longer. We went into the World of Disney shop, and we've already made our first purchase. We'll show you stuff later. And then we were literally arriving into the park at 10 to 12. So yeah, amazing timing. I'm so happy. We're a little bit overwhelmed. We're Disney-whelmed right now. So we're going to take a minute. Evie's going to eat this, give her a little bit of energy, I think. She's probably over hungry.
Daddy's going to find something with meat in it.
And then I'm just going to take a look at the app now to see what the wait times are. We're in our first queue of the day, aren't we? We've had a look at the times on the app. Everything is a minimum of 25 minutes, which to be honest is not that long. But we've chosen the Lancelot Carousel. You want to go in the water? We can't go in the water, darling. We're going to go on the carousel. You go on the horses. Going to go on the GGs. We've had something to eat. We've had a walk down Main Street. We put some sun cream on because the sun has come out. It's quite cloudy on the drive-through, but the sun's broken through now. So I think we're due this weather for most of the next few days. So we're going to do our first ride. Going to ease her in.
Yep.
And do the carousel. How was Indiana Jones?
Yeah, it was fun. I went on the single rider, and it was, to be fair, it was probably only about 5 minutes shorter than the general queue, which was something a bit annoying. But I suppose because it's a two-seater ride, there's not that many groups of 3 going on.
So it's like 2 carriages, but 4 seats in each carriage.
Yeah.
So it's like 4 rows of 2.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So yeah, there aren't that many empty seats. But we did have a look before we got on, or before you got on. They do Premier access for €7, which you said you saw someone doing. It was pretty instant.
Yeah, literally. I mean, I'd already queued for like 20 minutes, and then by the time I was making my way on the ride, someone on the Premier literally standing, and I saw him getting on the ride in front before I'd even got on it.
So for €7.
Yeah.
We are one of those people that would do that, to be honest. So we're looking at a 15-20 minute walk back to the hotel. So we're going to head back there now. It's about 20 to 3. Hopefully the room will be ready. We'll get our bags out, rest of the bags out of the car, unpack, change, put some shorts on, and then come back down. We've kind of exhausted this bit of the day, haven't we? We're going to go back and sort our room out, which we will obviously do.
Put some shorts on.
And then we'll head out. Is there a better background than that? So we've just got back to the hotel. We've had a text message. I don't know what time it came through, to be honest, but it is 2 minutes to 3. So either way, before 3, our room was ready. So we've been texted our room number. This morning when we checked in to activate everything, we were given physical cards which will open the room, so they will automatically have activated now that we've got our room number. So we're just going to walk out to the car, pick up the case and the couple of bags that we left in there that we didn't want to lug around the park with us. And then we'll walk back and we'll get into the room, cool down a little bit,
Put some shorts on.
Yeah, put some shorts on. And then we won't have long and we'll head straight back out again, to be honest. But we'll do this now so that we don't have to worry about doing it when we get back tonight. Make the most of the aircon for a few minutes before we get back out to the car park now.
It's very surprising how warm it's got. We weren't expecting it to be quite this warm.
No, this is the summer that England hasn't had.
Yeah.
So we'll make the most of it. True Brits complaining no matter what.
To be fair, I think it's also the summer that the Olympics hasn't quite had yet either. I think.
Well, yeah, that is true. It has been warm, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not complaining at all. I'd rather this than wet and windy weather.
Another thing that we've probably not mentioned is so far the car park. It's actually quite close to the hotel itself, which is quite good.
Whether we were lucky or not with our space, though,
that's true.
We got a space which is pretty close. But yeah, really convenient. So I'm really excited now to actually check in properly and see our room. We must remember to take a video of it for you before we unpack and make a mess.
So we finally made it just in time to Captain Jack's restaurant.
This place looks amazing. Actually, it's coming out really well on camera. I wasn't sure it would because it's really dark and moody in here.
Do you want me to get it?
We're at Captain Jack's. Quick peek at the menu. Don't know if that's going to focus. Yeah. This is a table service restaurant. There is like a set menu that you can order. Evie is under 3, so she's going to eat off of our plates for free. Or we could pay for her to have the kids menu if we wanted to, but I'm not convinced she'll eat everything. We actually did do that last time we were here and she didn't eat everything, so we'll just get her to eat off our plate, I think. So, yeah. This is attached to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, so there's some tables down behind us where you're sat right next to where the ride comes through on like a little lazy river bit. We're a bit further up here, but it is really cool. It's nice and cool.
Yeah, and to say, because it's been like really bright and like sunny, it's actually quite nice just to come into somewhere kind of like dark.
Yeah, your eyes can have a rest. But even like the lights on the table, they're like colour changing bulbs. So we've just ordered some dinner. You'll have seen from the menu, it's a table service. So I've ordered from the a la carte. Dan's ordered from the set menu. The set menu is €45 for 3 courses, and it does work out a hell of a lot cheaper. I've ordered 2 courses for like €56. But because Evie is under 3, she can eat for free if she can eat off of our plate. But I have asked them if they'll just do a portion of fries on the side so that she's got something. But they do a separate kids menu for 3 to 11-year-olds, but that was €25 and she just won't eat it, so it's not worth it.
She'll just want chocolate later.
Yeah, but yeah, we're just going to relax and have some dinner. We'll show you the food when it comes out. But this is really cute. We've not eaten here before, and it's really nice. It's really nicely themed, isn't it? So yeah, we'll show you the food as and when it comes.
So we have just had our starters, which unfortunately I forgot to video.
You always hear mixed reviews about food at Disney and Disney parks, and like not so tasty, or they can be cold and things like that. It was warm. It wasn't hot, but it was tasty. Evie had a little bit. I mean, we both cleared our plates, so we can't complain.
Yeah, but then again, we were probably quite hungry as well. That's the first full meal we've had all day. So yeah, we'll see what the mains look like. So mains are here. I've gone for the wahoo, whatever that is, some sort of fish. Dan has gone for the jerk pork with, I can't remember what puree it was. Some sort of citrus dressing, and then we got a portion of fries. So we've just had a questionable meal, which we'll go into a bit later on. But obviously, to settle our stomachs, we are going to go on It's a Small World. So we've supposedly only got a 5-minute wait. Unlike the Princess Pavilion, which is probably like an hour and 40 minutes. Minimum. I don't remember a lot of these little stalls.
We haven't often come up this way before.
Oh, though they do pretzels.
It's really cute. Oh gosh, it smells really sweet.
Yeah.
We didn't go on this last time we were here. It gets a bad rep, but I think Evie will like it. And then earworm for the rest of the night. mesmerised.
It's a million flashes of color.
Rêver d'un nouveau monde en couleur. Allez, tous ensemble.
Create our own symphony. Que vos couleurs brillent comme les étoiles.
We've just done Haunted Mansion. No, is it called Haunted Mansion here?
Huh?
Phantom Manor?
Phantom Manor.
Phantom Manor or Haunted Mansion?
Oh.
Ghost Train.
Yeah.
Can't remember which one it is. We've watched so many like Disney World vlogs. I've now forgotten what the Disneyland Paris one is actually called. Evie loved it. I swear she's going to be a Halloween baby. She's loved all the like dark, scary stuff so far, hasn't she? So we're just going to take a moment and have a look around a couple of shops while we're here. We're currently in Frontierland. Big Thunder, which is there, is down at the moment. If it comes back up, Dan is going to try and run and get on it to see if he can beat the queues before it gets, well, as it gets going again. But if not, we'll
Fast pass it tomorrow.
We'll pass it tomorrow, which we'll explain a bit more about a bit later. So yeah, we're just going to go in the shops. Who's that? Who is it? It's Minnie. Uh-oh. There's big Minnie up there.
Oh.
Did you find a
I
little
see some purchasing
Minnie?
coming on. I'm not quite sure who can resist a small child like grabbing a teddy.
Can you put her back, please?
You put her back with the rest of her friends.
Thank you. We'll see about that later when Mummy's had a look at the price tag. Let's have a look. Oh, I mean, she's very, very cute. Traditional. But she is €25. Yeah, we'll see later. Come on. Let's go have a look around. Some Lion King merch. Oh, cute Lion King straw.
So as you can see in the background, there is still a stampede of people running for Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah, it reopened. We contemplated you running for the queue, didn't we?
But we've got the premium pass for tomorrow, so we'll just
it went from 10 minutes to a 40-minute wait, like literally
within seconds.
So that's well over an hour, I would say now. But it is up and running. I don't know how long it was down for in the end, but yeah, it's not worth the wait when we know that we've got fast passes for tomorrow or Premier access, which we will explain at some point what we've done with our booking.
Yeah.
But that's why we've kind of had a relaxed day today. We've aimed for rides that have just got really short wait times. We're either bothered about or not bothered about, like not necessarily our must-do rides, but just a leisurely day, because tomorrow is just going to be hit.
Yeah, and then we're going to probably go and do some shopping now as well.
Yeah.
We'll go up to Main Street and have a look in some of the shops.
Yeah. Kind of start to wind down maybe for the evening.
Yeah.
We're contemplating whether to try and stay out for the fireworks. The displays moved from 11 till 10:30, so it's slightly earlier now than it was at its peak in the height of summer. It's 8:30. We've had a very long travel day, so we'll walk up and down Main Street and we'll see how tired we are. If we think we can wait it out a couple of hours, we will, but if not, then we might head back.
But we'll see. We'll see how we feel.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's go to some shops. This is a nice little area actually. This is a little like deck area in the hotel. There is a bar inside, so you could get yourself a cocktail and come and sit out here. I do wonder whether you can see the fireworks from here, but it's a slightly obstructed view because of the trees. But I do wonder if you'll be able to see them through the trees. But we're going to skip the fireworks tonight. We'll probably do a roundup in the room anyway. We're going to skip them tonight, which means that we are going to have to dedicate tomorrow night to them because we've only got 2 nights here. So it kind of puts a bit of a demand on tomorrow night, but we're so tired. We've had a very long day. We were up at 1:45 this morning after about 4 hours sleep. And as lovely as the journey was and as stress-free as the journey was, it's been a very, very long day, lots of travelling. So yeah, we'll round up here, go up to the room. We'll probably film the room tonight, but we might post that separately, don't know. But yeah, we'll do a little roundup and do a little review of dinner and everything when we get back to the room. Yeah. Hi.
Morning.
Yeah, morning. We're actually going to review the end of the day last night and what we did coming back to the hotel. We didn't do a video when we got back to the hotel. We were exhausted and we still had things that we needed to sort out. So we're going to round off yesterday now and then we'll start again for today, which is tomorrow. So yeah, towards the end of the day, it got to about 8:30. We'd had dinner. No, we hadn't. Yes, we had. We'd had Captain Jack's dinner at 4:30. So you'll have seen some of the videos of that, and we promised you that we'd talk about how that was and what we thought of the food. First of all, the theming, spot on, wasn't it? Like the
restaurant itself looked really good and it was fun.
Yeah, there was a lot of atmosphere, and the fact that the ride goes through it, if you happen to have a table down at the front where you see the ride go through, it is really fun. And obviously the waiters are all dressed up in pirate gear, aren't they?
Yeah.
You had the set meal.
Yes. Yeah, I had the set meal, which was like black pudding and sausage, and then jerk pork. Thought it was jerk chicken, but jerk pork, yeah. And then a rice pudding dessert, which I mainly got just because obviously I knew Evie would probably have some.
Yeah. What did you think of the food?
It wasn't brilliant compared to other restaurants. I mean, certainly compared to like Pim's Kitchen. It was just very. I mean, there had some flavour there. It just wasn't kind of.
It wasn't proper jerk, was it?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't kind of our kind of necessarily food. So.
No, it was. I had cod fritters, which were all right, but they were a little bit cold. And the texture of them made me think that they'd been sat and reheated. Funnily enough, for both of our starters, the side salady bits, the tiny little bits that you got on the plate round it were better than the main thing. And then for the main course, I had wahoo, I think that's how you
Yeah.
pronounce it. And I took a bet that it was fish because of the way it was described, and it was. And it was dry and bland. The only flavour on there was a little bit of like a lemon dressing. Although it came with sweet potato mash, which was spot on. And then we did ask for fries for Evie, but they only had sweet potato fries. But they were nice. They made up for the meal, to be honest. If I hadn't had them, I probably would have walked away extremely disappointed. You want the purple one? I'll get you the purple one. Okay. Sorry.
So we actually I ended up getting more food when we got back to the hotel. So I ended up getting a sandwich from downstairs, as well as two cocktails for us to finish us off.
Yeah. So that kind of made up for your lack of eating, didn't it? But after we did Captain Jack's, I can't remember where we'll have dropped a load of videos in, but we had we went to Haunted Mansion.
Yes.
We did that, so you'll have seen us coming in and out of that. And then we had a mooch around the shops, walked up Main Street, and then we debated whether we wanted to hang around for the fireworks, and we decided we'd have... Oh, Evie. Oh, come here. You come here. She wants her cereal bar, guys.
Joys of childhood.
Yeah. We decided that we didn't want to hang around for a couple of hours, and actually at 8:30 people were already finding a spot down by the castle ready for the fireworks, which the show wasn't until 10:30. So that just goes to show you 2 hours in advance, mainly dads were sat on curbsides holding spots right at the front. Disney have started offering reserved viewing area bookings, and we didn't book directly with Disney, we booked with a travel agent, which meant that we could try and book a reserved viewing area for the fireworks, which is right at the front by the castle, 7 days before our arrival. But unfortunately, when you book directly with Disney, you can add it onto your booking immediately. And by the time our 7-day window opened, everything was sold out. It's obviously very, very reserved. I don't know how many people, but we're talking maybe 100, maybe 200.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really that many because of the size of the area. And in fact, I might even be overestimating that. It's €19 a person, and I've seen vlogs where people have managed to do it, and it looks more than worth it in my opinion. But unfortunately, we haven't been able to book that. I did ring Disney, they couldn't add it on for us, and then we checked at reception concierge when we got here, and yeah, it's just fully booked. The time of year is not helping. I think €19 is really good value.
It's quite cheap as well.
Yeah, for us, we would definitely pay it. So we're going to have to risk it tonight and see that. I won't talk about today too much. But yeah, just to round off, yesterday we got back to the hotel. I think I'll slot a couple of videos in here where we went out onto the veranda at the hotel just to see what that looked like. As Dan said, we got a sandwich, cocktails, and then we all crashed.
Yeah.
And that was the end of the travel day. But I think we got quite a lot done.
Yeah, we did. We got quite a bit done, and plus as well, at least we got an early-ish night, so we can get up early today.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Early-ish. It was like 11:30,
but yeah, ready to go back into the parks.
Yeah. So that rounds off travel day. Thank you for coming with us. We're still learning. Hopefully we've got enough content for you guys and it was informative enough. We'll find out when we come to edit it. But we'll always be back again and we can redo it.
Yeah, exactly.
And make it better next time. But yeah, that's the end of travel day. Thank you for coming with us on our travels with Evie May. And we'll see you tomorrow.